I remember the day well. It started as any other day. I was doing some household chores, and then it was time to head down to the well to get the daily water. I left out down the path out of the village, and as I came around the corner, I started seeing where the well was. And it looked like someone was there. Someone was beside the well. As I approached, I got a little nearer, and I saw, it looks like there's a man at the well. A man standing at the well. And finally, I got to basically where the well was. And I saw, yes, it is a man at the well, and it happens to be a Jewish man nonetheless. I approached the well, determined to not have any interaction, knowing that Jews usually don't talk to Samaritans. I intended to get the water and return back to the village. As I approached, to my surprise, the Jewish man did speak to me. He said, "Do you mind putting down your bucket into the well and I can have a drink of water?" Taken aback, I said to the man, "Excuse me, sir, you speak to me, a Samaritan woman, being a Jewish man, and I wonder why that is." He smiled. His face was kind. And he said, if you knew who asked you for a drink of water, you would ask for him to give you a drink of living water. Curious, I said, "Living water? Are you greater than Jacob, who came and made this well and provided for his family through it?" The man approached the well, looked down, and didn't speak for a few seconds. Then he looked back into my face and said, "Like this is any ordinary water. You drink it and you will thirst again. But the water that I will give you will be everlasting water, and it will lead to everlasting life, and it will spring up as a fountain of living water." Now, being more curious than ever, I said, "Sir, I need this water. This water, if I could never come back to this well, if I could never thirst again, that would be an incredible thing." And the man said to me, "Go and fetch your husband. Bring him back here. Come and bring him back to me, and I will give you this living water." And I stepped back, and ashamed, and also when ashamed, I said, "I don't have any husband." The man said, "You have spoken truthfully. You have had 5 husbands, and the man you are with now is not your husband." I was a little bit ashamed, and I was a little bit in awe that this man knew my story. He knew where I was from. He knew my background. I knew he was more than a simple Jewish rabbi. I said, "Sir, I presume that you are a prophet, for you have told me things about my life." You told me things about my life. Now, us Samaritans, we're told to worship here on this mountain, Mount Gerizim. But the Jews say to worship in the temple in Jerusalem. And he said to me, "I tell you that there's coming a time that now and will be where no one will worship in one place or the other, but they will worship in spirit and in truth. And God the Father is seeking those to worship Him in spirit and in truth." I said, "Sir, I know the Messiah is coming. I know that one day He will come and one day He will reveal all things." At this point, he looked me in the eye and he said, that of who you speak of, I am. I stepped back, accidentally knocking the bucket onto the ground. Words couldn't come to my mind. This man, I knew he spoke truth. He had told me about my life. At this point, everything became a blur. I remember men coming back down the road, around the path, and gathering around the teacher. But all I could do was run back down the path to the village. I had to tell everyone I knew. I knocked on doors of people I had been friends with. I went to the markets. I said, "Come, you must hear this man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Son of God?" Causing quite a stir in the city, about almost all the village followed me back. From this point, the teacher said many words to the people in the village, and many believed. And what started as an ordinary day, a day that was just as real, just as normal as any other, became a day that changed my life. It became the day that I saw the Son of God and I believed in the Son of God, Jesus. Thank you.